Hello fellow duelists, this is Shadow of the Moon and welcome to a updated deck profile of my Blackwing Kali Yuga deck for May of 2025. So before we get started, I know a couple questions are probably going to be asked. One of them is if this is the Allure-Queen build. No, I am not using the Allure-Queen Blackwing build. And no, this is not a 60 card variant. I know that Cannot Gaming has very much so pushed the agenda on the whole 60 card Blackwing variant, saying how good it is and that it's consistent. I'm not playing 60 cards, all right? I'll play, the most I'll ever play in a deck is 43, 44, 45 even at the very most. I am not playing 60 cards in a Blackwing deck because what a lot of people don't seem to understand about that is that if you play 60 cards, you're going to lower and decrease your chances of drawing Simoon or drawing your, like, the actual one card starter that you need because you're loading it up with hand traps. Now, yes, granted, Allure-Queen is a one card starter, but really, if you think about it, all Allure-Queen really ends on is Darkness Metal and then the Kali Yuga setup, like, and that's it. If someone plays, you know, if they're able to play right, to play like anything, they can get rid of it. It's not really that strong of a build. I wish more people played Kaijus for this exact reason, just so people would stop obsessing with the Allure-Queen. But, you know, suffice to say, we're going to go ahead and do the deck profile, and I'm going to actually show you the actual Kali Yuga build. So this deck is very consistent, and this is probably the top tier Blackwing deck right now because of how consistent and how versatile it is. So first off, you've got 3 Simoons. We are playing quite a bit of Blackwings in here. 3 Simoons, the Poison Wind, those are standard. 3 Sudris, those are standard as well. Sudris are very important in this deck. Same with Simoons. 3 Vatas, which 3 Vatas are actually a one card starter as well, which is actually really cool. I love that Vata can become a one card starter in this deck. And then 1 Shamal, because you only need 1 Shamal in this build. 1 is just perfectly fine. You don't need any more than that. If you were playing more of a Synchro variant, then you would probably want to bump it up to 2, but 1 is fine for now. And we're playing a lot of 1-ofs. So we've got 1 Zonda. We've got 1 Kunai. I'll move this down here for everybody. 1 Kunai. We've got 1 Chris. We've got 1 Bora, which I actually like playing both. It actually, to me, it works pretty well. 1 Zephyros the Elite, which is the glares blocking it. I do apologize. 1 Hammerton. 1 Chinook. 1 Sharnga. And then lastly, for the Honorary Blackwing, we've got 1 Assault Synchron. So these are our Honorary Blackwings. These are the one-ofs in the deck, other than the Shamal. And then for the spells and traps, we're going to move on to 2 Black Whirlwinds, obviously 1 Black Feather Whirlwind. This is standard. You play this in every Blackwing build, whether it's Synchro or whether it's just the Kali Yuga build. And then you've got 3 Small Worlds. This is for consistency's sake. 1 Call by the Grave. And then the 2 Rank Up Magic. You've got Launch and Rank Up Skip Force. Alright, and then for the hand traps, because we are playing hand traps in here, you've got 3 Ash. There you go. 3 Malcharmy. I'm actually waiting on the last Malcharmy. It's in the mail. It's going to be coming any day now. Just waiting on that, and I'll be able to replace this. 3 Effect Veilers. And then we'll have a small Bestial package, just so if we're playing against Blue Eyes, we're playing against cards, a lot of light and dark cards. It works really well. Besides, I like being able to at least play 3 of these in here. If you notice, most of the decks, I'll usually have like 3 of the Bestials. Alright, so that's going to be it for the main deck, guys. Let's move on to the extra deck. We're going to go by as quick as I possibly can. So you've got 2 Black Wing Assault Dragons and 1 Black Wing Dragon. That's pretty much all you need in this build in order for you to just, if you don't want to do Kali Yuga or you get stopped somehow, you can still go into a pretty good Synchro board, like with 2 of those. A Black Wing Former Master, which with Sharnga and Grave and Chinook in hand. And then we've got the Blackwing Former Master, Notham the Starlight, and Boreastorm the Wicked Wind. These are all, you know, standard. This is pretty much this is your Blackwing part. And then for the other ones, you're going to have Dispatter. Dispatter is actually a pretty good tech card. I actually really do like having this in here because your opponent does play a lot of, if they play a lot of light and darks or if they banish a lot, like Malice, this is a good negate because it becomes a monster effect negate. Other than that, it just destroys the card, which is still pretty good. And then for the Kali Yuga part, you're going to have the actual King Kali Yuga. You drop this on your opponent. Your opponent basically says, you know, good game, because there's no way that they can get around it because it negates every face-up card on the field for the remainder of the turn, and it has a built-in Heavy Storm effect. You've got Ultimate Falcon, which is incredibly easy to bring out, and then Arsenal Falcon will help bring out Ultimate Falcon when he gets sent to the graveyard. And then for the other ones, we've got Brave Strix, which kind of helps us exceed climb. And then you got Raider's Knight. Raider's Knight is a good card. You go from Raider's Knight to Brave Strix. Brave Strix, activate the effect, detach material to search for your Skip Force. Skip Force goes into Arsenal Falcon, and then from there, you're able to do your Kali Yuga shenanigans. Alright, and then we're going to have, for the last three, we've got the Link package, you've got the Darkness Metal, you've got the SP Little Knight, and you've got the Y Strix. And this is all you're going to need, because Y Strix, in case your opponent negates a Sudri or negates something, this will allow you to still go into your Blackwing combos and it still go into Kali Yuga. SP Little Knight for protection, because it's always good to be able to banish something and stop your opponent from doing too many crazy things. And then Darkness Metal is obviously important, because Darkness Metal is the whole soul for this package. It is one of the ways to go into Kali Yuga. Alright, so that's going to be it for this deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy it. I want it to be quick because everybody pretty much knows what Kali Yuga does by now. So many players play Kali Yuga, even though it is not my personal preference to play the Kali Yuga build. I do recognize that it is very popular, and I do recognize that it is actually still very good, and it is probably the most competitive way to play Blackwings as of right now for someone who's just kind of a filthy casual. I recognize that a lot of people do play it. But yeah, I mean, this deck is a lot of fun. It's also incredibly cheap too. Most of the cards in here are not expensive at all, so you can easily pick up the package, you can pick up the deck, and learn how to play right away. So, alright, so that's going to be it for this deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are almost at 600 subscribers. I am blown away. So as soon as I get to 600, I'm going to be doing a 2-hour live Master Duel stream. Yes, that is right. You get to see me kick and scream, yell, possibly throw things around the house, because Master Duel is the bane of my existence. But I do enjoy playing it. I do enjoy playing it every now and again. But it is somewhat annoying, especially with all the Blue Eyes players around in the game. So, alright, so that's going to be it for this deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a great time, and I always appreciate it. Always, thank you always for always subscribing to my channel or just watching my content. It means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time. Later.